Here's your award-winning next-level 3-in-1 mopping, sweeping and vacuuming robot called Floobot X1. Proscenic claim it's gonna be a game changer, and I feel there's one way to find out whether true or not. Let's inspect. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, nice to meet you. As usual, we inspect some cool and fresh tech here. That's gonna be another robot vacuum to be reviewed, and thinking it through, lately I haven't reviewed too many robot vacuums, probably because in the past months there haven't been too many releases which fit into the really good value for its price point, but I believe this new device by Proscenic is particularly interesting because of two major reasons. First, it's the slim design and the really many features packed within this shape, and it also has an auto-emptying docking station. And it has won a Red Dot Award for 2023, so it's quite interesting. The other reason is the price, because for around $400 you get something that right now seems to be unbeatable if, after the inspection and exposing all the strengths and weaknesses, we conclude that it's really good enough. So let's dive into it. This is where I usually say that at a given price point there are a lot of good alternatives, but the truth is that Floobot X1 is right now almost untouchable. Roborock's Q-series, which are traditionally a great mid-range choice, cost few $100s on top of the tempting $399 that Proscenic ask for this new model. Let's take this buddy out of its cozy packaging. 2 layers of cardboard sound about right for a decent protection. You can well notice most of the key highlights on the box, but we're anyway going to discuss them throughout the review. Right at the start, there's a well-prepared quick installation guide. My strong recommendation for you is to read it. Saves a lot of time and hassle. The first parts that we need to take out are the floor protectors of the main station. Here's a mop cloth, that's the spare one. A detailed user guide is of course present. Here's the robot vacuum itself. Quite glossy. I tend to not like such kind of surface because it easily scratches and captures a lot of fingerprints. The bottom side is fairly standard, a main brush, a side brush, which apparently arrives pre-installed. Then we need to take out the mop bar. Here's a spare HEPA filter, another side brush just in case, and even a remote controller. Last but not least, we take out the self-empty docking station, which is surprisingly compact. Once you have it positioned, it's a good idea to start learning what it can do and how this can be done. I'm gonna help you with the most interesting tech highlights as a starter: 3000 Pascal maximum suction power, 240 milliliters capacity for the dustbin, and 250 milliliters for the water tank, auto cleaning base with capacity of 2.5 liters, a 3200 mAh battery, integrated LiDAR supporting the SmartPath Pro navigation, sonic wet mopping function, a number of sensors to protect your furniture and the robot as well, carpet sensing mode, Wi-Fi, therefore a smartphone app, and the weight of the robot, which is around 4 kilograms. The specs sound definitely interesting, and I still believe there are a few areas which we need to discuss, like the fact that it's not among the most powerful robot vacuums out there, because it provides only around 3000 Pascal suction power as opposed to the 4000 that some other robots can provide. I think it's because of two major reasons. The first one is the battery, because it's 3200 mAh, a bit less than the 5000s that some Roborock devices can offer, and we know that a smaller battery with a slightly smaller and less capable motor would be almost the same in terms of battery endurance. The other reason is obviously the price, because in order to fit within $400 this and the auto-emptying station, it's a very challenging task. Looks like Proscenic have done it pretty well. Design is excellent. I really enjoy this very slim construction. There is no LiDAR compartment here on the top. Instead, Proscenic have brought the laser navigation here on the front. And also very nice dustbin, which is here on the rear side, and you can easily eject and clean it if you decide to use it without the auto-emptying station. Now, what we can do next to quickly set it up and put it through some cleaning testing. You can, of course, use the Floobot X1 without the smartphone app, but this would be a limiting choice, therefore a mistake. To pair with the app, you just launch it, go through the steps presented by the wizard, and in a couple of minutes' time, you're gonna see your robot vacuum ready to clean. Through the app, you can also receive notifications about firmware updates, yet one more important reason to use it. After you fully recharge, double-check the dustbin placement and are already familiar with the modes in operation, it's time to see what this robot is capable of. The rice test is a standard challenge I usually put my test units through. Quite simply, we randomly spill 60 grams of rice grains and hope to see the robot collecting as many of them as possible. For optimal results, you may choose to run the cleaning task twice. It's a trigger from inside the app, but in order to maintain a fair competition, since I run other robots just once, we do the same here, and the result is fairly good. Not exceptional, but close to excellent, and I doubt that such a scenario is going to happen often, if at all, in your household. If we try something even more challenging, some flour, larger pieces of grains, some seeds, and yeah, what we see is pretty good. Cleaning flour powder is usually quite challenging because you need strong suction plus very good main brush. In this case, Proscenic use slightly outdated fabric-based option, whereas some more expensive models would go for rubberized brushes, which are better, especially in this scenario. But the brush has the so important feature about having its sides detachable. It helps a lot to keep it clean and easily remove stuck hair. If you want to find out whether the robot is going to recognize a stinky bomb in the middle of the room, I'm afraid it might not, so plan this accordingly. There only are a few robot vacuums which can successfully complete this task. Cables and sogs are usually not a problem. Sometimes the robot accurately avoids them, sometimes not. You can also notice the navigation algorithm here. There's LiDAR on the front. Perhaps this is why the robot often spins, in order to detect the objects and the furniture around it. Looks like, per square meter, it needs a little more time as compared to other robots, but the difference is not that significant, somewhere between 10 and 15%. The wet mopping is a big deal over here. It's not simply sweeping and making the floor wet. There's sonic vibration, which helps a lot for better cleaning. This kind of function was made widely popular by the Roborock S7 series, and since I use it all the time, I can promise you that it's a significant upgrade over the standard, not vibrating models. Not as good as a handheld mop relying on your muscles, but looks like robot vacuums are getting there. If you need to manage or analyze or schedule, there's the Proscenic app for you. I really like what I see inside. Better looking interface, much nicer mapping, even multi-floor maps supported now with the latest versions. In no way it is the best robot vacuum app, but at the same time improvements are notable, and I have had positive experience while running the robot and exploring the cleaning results, plus a bunch of additional configuration options. The drawbacks are only a few, like the maximum suction power, which is a bit lower than some of the competitors, and the speaker, which feels kind of weird. Most of the audible announcements are hard to understand because of that. In the end, $400 and this close to masterpiece of the mid-range robot vacuums. It's reliable, it's capable, it's well-built, supports multi-floor mapping, has rather decent software support which actually gets updates from time to time, and it's really hard to ask for more within this price point. I believe that the Floobot by Proscenic is an excellent executed project and one of the best value mid-range robot vacuums of 2023, if of course they keep the same price for a prolonged period of time, which I hope is going to be the case. If there's a discount code, you're going to find it somewhere in the video description area, together with some ways to support the channel and all the work that we do here. And should you have any questions, or if you want to share your opinion about the Floobot by Proscenic, be invited. Comments are right below the video. Thanks a lot for watching this episode. I'm Michael, and it's been such a pleasure to present you all of that. And in case you're hungry for more cool tech inspections, subscribe to the channel for more. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.